Shabbat Shalom. Happy Sabbath day. So today, just out and about, and I did a study today with my daughter, and I was just bringing her somewhere, and she says today doesn't feel like Halloween. I guess because all of her friends are still, caught up in festivities and the festivals and the traditions of our nation and of the land that we live in. And it's so hard, I know it is, for the children that are caught up in socializing, and especially like with the pandemic going on. Even adults, I have friends that still participate in certain things, and it's not hard for me. It's just that I am firm in my beliefs, and I can also give a report as to why I don't do certain things. I have educated friends. I have friends that I love, near and dear to me, and I've noticed something. Because if you're intelligent and you're learned, or you're studied, and you've researched, and you've got doctorates and master's degrees, and you're educated, and you facilitate things, and you are a visionary, then you can see certain things too. And I've just come to the conclusion that there's a difference between ignorance and obstinance. I know there is, because it's the dictionary term tells you what obstinance is. Obstinance means a refusal to change. I've identified the information. I know the information, but because of a firm grip or hold or belief system that I'm going to hold on to, I'm obstinate and I refuse to change. And that's it's in regards to food, that's in regards to company, that's in regards to diet. Food and diet are the same thing, but you get my drift. That's in reference to lifestyles. I'm obstinate. I am firm on this, because ignorance is a different thing. If I don't know something and the information is presented to me and I start to apply, I'm no longer ignorant. If I apply the information to what I've learned. And I was listening to another lady saying something about her idea of what education was, or her definition of what education was. And I can remember I had a very, very, very wonderful mentor, and I still think of her as a mentor. It's a blessing to have been her mentee at that phase and stage of my life, young, growing up, children, becoming a businesswoman, and about to make life choices and decisions. And even what she says rings true today as I continue on in my journey of progression, of becoming continuing being a businesswoman and a facilitator and a advocate for others without a voice, and an advocate and a voice waking up or giving information to those who don't even know where to start seeking it. And it is so important that us advocates, facilitators, teachers, we continue to become educated, and we continue to apply the knowledge that we learn or that we obtain, so that others that are looking for a light and a way out can apply the same thing to their lives, right? So when I'm saying that there's a difference between obstinance and ignorance, I'll get to my point. Ignorance means I don't know. Obstinance means I know and I refuse. Stupid too means I know and I don't care. So obstinance and stupidity can run parallel, right? Hand in hand, because education is the application of knowledge. And so I can't say that I'm educated if I don't apply what I know to my situation. I am stupid. And that's what I know now that my elders meant by an educated fool. I remember them talking about people that had went to school and obtained all this knowledge but never applied the education to their life. They didn't apply it to their system, and so their stuff didn't work. And so that's where I am today with the Halloween situation. We have people that profess to be followers of the Most High, Yeshua. Others call him Jesus. In these systems that keep renaming stuff that they know is satanic and demonic. It's not a harvest day. Today is not a harvest day. Today is All Hallows Eve, All Hallows Halloween, where we worship deities and spirits and dress up and try to scare off the demons and the spirits in the atmosphere. It's a ritual. And we are paying money, so we tithe in to the economy or to the system, to the elite, to those that own corporations. We are tithing to them, making them uber duper super quadruple rich for one night. Yeah, one whole night. One night. We're buying costumes for one night. We're buying candy for one night. We're giving parties for one night. We're buying alcohol for one night. Guess who getting rich? Not us. We paying to participate in a ritual. And then we sit up and say, Black Lives Matter, vote 2020, in all our ignorance and obstinance, and wonder why certain things don't come to fruition, why we don't excel, why we can't elevate as a nation of people, because we're obstinate, still practicing stupidity. We're obstinate. We refuse to change and take a look at our situation and our position. The position that we are in is one of still beggarly, in a posture of still asking for somebody to give us what's ours. I know, I'm having a tantrum, huh? No. Asking somebody to give us what's already ours. This is ours. The wealth, we built the wealth of this nation. We practice more in consumerism than we do in productivity, producing things that others will buy. We consume what others make and create. And we participate in what others do and what others say we should do. And then we get mad when somebody calls us stupid. But it's stupid. Our obstinance is stupidity. When we can look at the scriptures, and we can trace certain things back, and we can trace back their origin to witchcraft and Satanism and idolatry worship and Baal and Asheroth and all the things that, again, like I said the other day, piss God off, piss y'all off. And we'll say it's a harvest fest. Happy hallelujah. We're going to do this at the church, and we bless this and that. And nope, I just don't dress my kids up in scary stuff, and I don't dress up in wickedness and evil. If I smoke a little piece of crack or a big piece of crack, I'm still a crackhead. If I put powdered cocaine in a cigarette, or if I mix it with weed, I'm still a cokehead. It ain't, a little bit of poison can kill you. It ain't the quantity. It is the fact that I'm doing it at all. I'm participating. Not a little bit of witchcraft and a bit of witchcraft. It's all witchcraft, right? If I have sex with one man that ain't my husband, or 4 men that ain't my husband, I'm still an adulteress or practicing fornication. So these things, the way the double talk and the things that we do and say and how we justify what it is we do, we need to stop. We need to stop. So the difference between, and this is why I just went all the way here, but the difference between obstinance and ignorance are two different things. Obstinance is a refusal. Ignorance is I don't know. We are in a day and age of information where it's no such thing as not knowing something. Infants don't know something. That's why they got parents to teach them. We know. We can figure out everything else we want to know how to do. We can figure out how to Google an outfit and find it if we seen a celebrity with it on. We can find the origin of what it is they do. We can find the origin or the meaning of a handshake or a hand gesture or code talk. So we know what it is we're doing, we're practicing is, but we have the tendency to justify those things that we want to do. Because I know, like, if I want to be ignorant, I justify my ignorance. I know when I don't woke up stupid. I know when I don't woke up mean, and it takes a constant redirecting of the mind and of the thoughts and of the heart, and asking y'all to visit me and cleanse and remove iniquity from my heart so that I don't offend a brother or a sister. So it does the same thing when I don't take myself into certain settings, when I don't participate in Halloween or Christmas or different things like that. And I know a lot of this is redundancy for those of you that are in the walk. But for those that don't understand, ignorance won't be an excuse. They say it in the tax, in the IRS is the same thing, in taxes and paying your taxes, and in corporate America, ignorance is not an excuse. Go back and check the checks and balances and make sure it balances out on the other end. Checks and balances balance out. You are without excuse because the information is out there. So the question today is, if for those of you that do participate and you know the origin, but you decide to call it by another name, are you obstinate or ignorant? That's my spill for the day. Shabbat shalom. Enjoy your day, and I hope to see you again or talk to you again soon. And those of us that are on this walk and trying to stay focused and fixed on Hamashiach and the law, statutes, and commandments, I pray that even though we fall 7 times, we get back up and we remember where our help comes from, and we continue to keep our minds and our hearts focused on home. And that's getting into the kingdom and not being obstinate or ignorant, but being obedient. Shalom.